Hello everyone, my name is Axel, and today I will be presenting my case study on the affordable housing shortage in Kigali. This issue is becoming one of the most important challenges for a city that is rapidly growing and transforming. As Kigali continues to modernize and attract more people, the question of who has access to decent and affordable housing becomes more critical. In this presentation, I will explain what the issue is, why it matters, which populations are affected, how it connects to major global opportunity areas, and finally, what solution could help improve the situation. Issue overview. To begin, Kigali is one of the fastest growing cities in East Africa. Every year, thousands of people migrate to the city for better job opportunities, education, and improved living standards. However, the housing sector has not expanded fast enough to keep up with this growth. As a result, there is a large gap between the number of people who need housing and the number of affordable homes available. Many, many families, especially low-income earners, are unable to find affordable and safe homes. This leads to the growth of informal settlements in areas around the city. These settlements often lack basic services like proper sanitation, drainage, and secure building materials. So, the affordable housing shortage is not only a problem of quantity, it is also a problem of quality and safety. Why the issue is significant. So, this issue is significant for several reasons. First, housing is a basic human need. When people cannot access safe and affordable homes, it affects every part of their life, their health, their security, their ability to work, and their children's education. Second, the shortage of housing increases urban inequality. While some groups can afford modern apartments, many others are pushed into overcrowded or unsafe areas. This problem also places major pressure on Kigali's long-term vision. The city aims to become a model green and inclusive urban center in Africa. But this goal becomes harder to achieve if thousands of residents are living in informal settlements without access to proper infrastructure. Additionally, high housing costs force many families to spend most of their income on rent. This reduces their financial stability and makes it harder to save money or invest in the future. Overall, the housing shortage affects social, economic, and environmental well-being. Regions and populations most affected. When we look at the areas most affected, several neighborhoods stand out. Places such as Kisozi and outskirts of Chimironko, Kichuchiro, and Gatsata have experienced rapid growth in informal settlements. These areas often attract low-income families because the rent is slightly cheaper, but the housing conditions are usually far from ideal. The population most affected include low-income workers, young adults starting their careers, and people moving to Kigali from rural areas. Migrants arrive with hopes of finding better jobs, but many cannot afford formal housing. They end up living in crowded conditions, often sharing small spaces with multiple family members. Young people face similar challenges, especially as the cost of living continues to increase. Overall, the issue affects a wide range of people, but those with limited financial means suffer the most. Relevant GCGOs. This issue connects to multiple global opportunity areas. The first one is urbanization. Kigali's, Kigali's population is growing rapidly, and this growth naturally increases pressure on housing. Urbanization brings opportunities, but without proper planning, it can also create inequalities. The second area is infrastructure and smart cities. A well-planned city requires strong infrastructure, roads, housing, water, electricity, and zoning systems. The housing precinct shows that more investment and better strategies are needed to create inclusive infrastructure. The third area is economy and employment. Housing costs affect the economy at both household and city levels. When people spend too much on rent, they have less money for food, healthcare, education, transportation, and saving. This affects productivity and the overall economic stability of families. Finally, the issue relates to sustainability and the environment. Informal settlements often develop in risky areas such as slopes or near wetlands. This increases environmental damage, flooding risk, and pollution. So, the affordable housing shortage is not just one problem. It touches many important systems. DCASP problem analysis. Using the DCASP framework gives us a deeper understanding. Drivers of the issue include rapid population growth and rural-urban migration. The speed of this growth makes it hard for the housing sector to keep up. Challenges include the high cost of construction materials such as cement, steel, and roofing sheets. Land in Kigali is also expensive, which raises the cost of building. Additionally, many housing projects focus on middle and high income residents, leaving low income families excluded. The actors involved include the government, private developers, city planners, banks, and international partners like UN Habitat. Each actor has a role in shaping the housing market. The system influencing the issue include mortgage systems, land regulation policies, zoning plans, and the overall housing market. If these systems don't support affordability, the problem becomes worse. Finally, power dynamics show that private developers often prefer building expensive homes because they generate more profit. This leaves a large portion of the population underserved. Solutions and future outlook. There are several solutions that could help reduce the housing shortage in Kigali. One major solution is to strengthen public private partnerships to develop affordable housing projects. This will combine government support with private investment to target low income groups. Another solution is to promote the use of locally produced building materials. This can reduce construction costs and make housing more comfortable. It also supports local industries. Expanding affordable mountain programs can help more families quality for home loans, especially if interest rates are kept low and repayment periods are flexible. Improving zoning policies and increasing access to serviced land can also make the housing sector more organized and efficient. Looking at the future, if not action is taken, informal settlement will continue to grow and become more crowded. This will increase urban inequality and environmental risk. However, if the recommended solutions are implemented, Kigali can move toward more inclusive growth. The city can develop new neighborhoods that are safe, affordable, and well planned. This will improve living conditions for thousands of residents and support Kigali's long-term development vision. Basically, the affordable housing shortage in Kigali is a complex but solvable issue. It affects many lives, but with the right strategies and collaboration, the city can build a more inclusive and sustainable future. Here are the reference list. So thank you very much for listening to my presentation.